One of the big things I picked up in organizations is often this resistance to change. And how do we handle change and how do we go through certain change? Specifically speaking about culture, very often it's not the not knowing. Very often I find that leadership actually do know. But it's the process of facilitating change in culture, in teams, in organizations. So we follow Kurt Lewin's theory, which is seen as the father of change. He talks about 3 phases of change. He talks about unfreezing, and to take some of those ice cubes, we refer to them as your thinking models. It might be very frozen. And how do we unfreeze these cubes into a new phase? But in that unfreezing phase, there's actually 2 things we have to look at: resisting forces and driving forces. What are the things that you need to identify that's driving forces that's necessary to change in your culture? And what are those resisting forces causing you not to unfreeze your previous thinking and not to change? So you need to get together almost as a team and identify resisting forces, driving forces, then unfreeze. Change is the middle phase of this model, is the change. And then he talks about this fact that when change needs to happen, it needs to happen swiftly. That's the big key. The moment you identify things that you need to change them quickly. And then you go to the third phase, because to unfreeze, I can now take it into a mode where I can actually say, I need to change the original shape. And then the last phase being refreeze. So how do we refreeze the new way of doing things? And the refreeze just refers to how do I solidify a new way of doing things, a different way of doing things. So unfreeze, change, refreeze. The 3 phases of that change model. Identify driving forces, why it's necessary to change your culture, and also the resisting forces, what in the system is busy holding back you of causing any change in the culture. So here's those 3 things, identify them and change your culture as necessary.